If you thought the flooding in the UK was bad, you have to have a look at Mozambique. They are having floods of epic proportions. So much so that some communities are isolated so much that the only way they can get any food or any supplies is through helicopter. You now got communities that are just surrounded by stagnant water, and you know that's going to breed bacteria and all kinds of problems. Hundreds of people are no longer with us. I think it's affected hundreds of thousands of people, and it's I think affected almost 2/3 of the country. It's really bad. It's just been torrential downpours there. They mentioned in when I watch the news, oh, due to global warming. Is it? Is it? I don't know. Every time I hear that, we don't know enough to know that, do we? Because according to them, we would already be underwater in some parts of the world already. I think we just got to take it in its stride. I don't think it's good. While I don't think it's necessarily global warming going on, still don't think it's good to pump all that CO2 in the atmosphere. I think that's ridiculous to think that's not having an effect. But I don't think the world's going to go underwater in our lifetime anyway. And I'm not even sure they're convinced of that. In 1 minute, they'll say it's getting too hot. And then the next minute, the AMOC is slowing down. And if you don't know what the AMOC is, that's the North Atlantic Current that goes from basically South America all the way to Europe and down back again. And it's what keeps Western Europe mild, for lack of a better word. The theory is if the ice melts in, say, Greenland and in Antarctica, that'll put so much fresh water in it that it would stop the AMOC, which would put us back in an ice age. This is my problem with the whole global warming thing, right? Because on one hand, they're saying it's getting too hot, you're pumping too much. But if it gets too hot, it's going to get too cold again. So really, they're not 100% sure. I'm not saying get rid of all the fossil fuels, but everything absolutely depends on it. When you go to look at any renewable energy resource, they depend on wind, the sun, various other things. And the only way you can maintain it is by batteries, which we all know aren't good for the environment either, because what do you do with the acid when it's done? The only thing we could really do, people, if we really wanted to solve this problem, is to consume less, to use less. As people, we always want more. We always want to do better. We always want to have more. We need to be conservationists, really. We need to start using less because whatever form of energy we're going to use is still going to be a detriment to the environment. It's just a matter of excess. And it's funny how the people that say they want to save the environment spend a lot of excess to do it, like go on jets to travel, go to all these meetings. And you think, why? Why don't we just start practicing a bit more discipline and use what